Girl, this first episode already got my nerves bad. That fast. The first episode. So that means that based off of the first episode, this is probably going to be a messy season, which we love. We love the mess. We love the mess. Girl, I don't even know where to start at. Let's just start. I'm gonna go ahead. You know what? We just gonna talk. Miss Amanda, girl. I don't know about Amanda. I don't. When we get to Amanda, we gotta have a long conversation about Miss Amanda. Let's just go ahead and get started. I can't even talk. All right. So the episode started off with Marie and Latrice, Marie Monroe and Latrice. You know, they've put everything in the past and they're moving forward. When Marie pulled up, and I thought she was pulling up to a drive-through to get her number 10. I thought she was driving up girl to a drive-through to get her old nasty number 7, supersize it. You know? Sweet tea, extra ice. I like my drinks to be cold, cold, cold. But no, Latrice, Goddess Lengths, she has a drive-through, which I think is actually a cute idea. So if you don't want to get out the car, you already know. I don't know anything about wigs or weaves, but if you don't want to get out the car and you already know what you need, you can just say, "Give me whatever, 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 whatever," right? Um, I'm not trying to be shady, but did y'all see Marie's face looked a little swollen? Marie has never been an unattractive woman, and you can never tell people what to do with their bodies because what they see is not what we will necessarily see. But I want Marie to stop touching her face. Now it looked like the swelling had went down, I guess, after once she did the confessionals, because I think they do the confessionals after they shoot the season, right? At least I know that's how they do it for the housewives. But that first scene with Latrice, her face looked swollen, like she had just got some injections, and I was like, "Ooh, girl, Marie." Um, but anyways, so Marie lets it be known to Latrice that she has rekindled things with her ex-husband. I think his name is Cedric, and she's also dating another man. She invites Latrice to her birthday party, but Latrice told her that she won't be able to make it. There are some things the same night, I think, that are happening with Taste. And I think Latrice says she also likes to micromanage. Well, I cannot stand a micromanager. Oh, I cannot stand it. Oh, I cannot stand it. Especially if people are doing what they're supposed to do. Now, if they're not doing what they're supposed to do, I can kind of grasp it. But if it's someone who does their job, girl, why are you always walking around me? Why are you always standing over my shoulder, girl? Do I need to be here? Because if you're gonna be over here, I don't need to be here. Anyways, Laticia and Glenn, I'm gonna tell y'all right now from the get go. I am not about to get worked up with Laticia and Glenn, Laticia and Glenn this season. Because as far as I'm concerned, um, I don't think whatever happens with Laticia and Glenn's marriage, Laticia will never leave Glenn, and that's completely fine. I'm just not getting swept up into the Laticia and Glenn marriage. But now we all gonna talk about Miss Amanda though. Be very clear. But I don't want to get caught up into Laticia and Glenn because I think that they use their I think that they lie about their marriage. I do think that Glenn is community dick, but I don't think that Laticia has ever really even thought about leaving Glenn. I just think that Glenn was an ain't shit nigga and Laticia just used that as a storyline, but she really wasn't, she was never going to leave her marriage. Um, but nonetheless, she basically says that, she's at home and she is setting up a table and she wants to give her man a massage. I find it so cringy on every show. I anytime I see the couples, they take bubble baths. And I think Karen and Ray did that one time. Wasn't that Karen and Ray? I think Toya and Dr. Eugene did it on Married to Medicine. I don't. I just find it kind of like it's kind of cringy when I see them like in these sexy scenes. I don't know. I feel like that's unnecessary. It's one thing for me to hear. Like I remember when Candy and Todd. Um, I keep watching TV. I remember when Candy and Todd like made a part of their storyline like they wanted to get back to having like a sex life. I guess because they were working. Oh, well, Candy was working so much. Okay. Because Todd is a real house husband. Anyways, let me shut up because I know how y'all get about Todd Burris, baby. Girl, you say something about Todd Burris, baby, the girls go crazy. That's a good man, nigga. You're not gonna talk about Todd. I'm sorry, girl. You like I'm talking about your motherfucking man. Anyway, um, but no, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the she wanted to give Glenn a massage, which I think is so cringy sometimes when they do that on these television shows, reality shows. She says that Glenn has been a good man and she wants to show some appreciation. I said, girl, not your man walking around here, girl, almost having a baby, putting his dick in other bitches, girl, and then continuing to cheat on you after, girl, we found out the baby wasn't his. But you want to show him some appreciation for basically not sticking his dick in another bitch. Girl, I can't make this shit up. This shit sounds crazy as hell to me. I wish I would want to give you a massage for not cheating on me. What the fuck? Girl, whatever, girl. Shout out to Laticia, girl. She got her a good man. Glenn is back working. Um, he comes home, girl, he ain't washed his ass, girl, his balls probably smell like 3 o'clock in the middle of August. Girl, he came in, girl, went to the back, took his shirt off, came back, and then she started rubbing him down with oil, and then he said he wanted a little cooch. And I guess they was about to go in the room and have sex. I said, I hope he hopped his hot ass in the shower. Girl, smelling like the sun. Anyways, oh, and she also said that she's in her soft girl era. Laticia used to be my favorite one. I really don't necessarily have a favorite on Belle Collective, honestly. Laticia was, but once I felt like Laticia was playing in my face, girl, but Laticia was funny to me too. That's what it was. Like, if you go back and watch the early seasons of Belle Collective, Laticia is low key funny as fuck. But anyway, she says she's in her soft girl era now, and she's no longer in her masculine energy. Girl, that's an okay, girl. Marie and Cedric. I remember when Marie and Cedric first broke up. Well, not first broke up, but remember when she had took some of her things, I think it was some of his things that she still had that he had at her house. I think when they separated, and I remember it was at nighttime. And when she went to his house, I was like, "Girl, is that a trap house, bitch?" I said, "Girl, is that a trap house?" Because it was I couldn't really see, but that's actually a nice house. She went over to his house, and it was daytime, and the sun was out. If he repaints that house and then gets some new the what's the poles um on the porch and probably get a new fence, that could be a nice ass house. At least the exterior could be. The inside isn't bad either. But that crossed my mind because I remember making that joke when she went over that nighttime, like, girl, that's a trap house. That house look a mess. But when I saw it in the daylight, I was like, oh, that's actually a nice house. Like it's like a nice country house, if that makes sense. It's like a nice house. Um, but one thing I thought was trifling as fuck is, this is a thing. Girl, my apartment can get messy sometimes, especially if I'm going out of town and I will have clothes everywhere. There is no way in hell that I would have a camera crew come over to my house, my apartment house, wherever I live, and my apartment, my living space, girl, the place I lay my head is not clean from top to bottom. The last thing I'm going to do is let some people walk into this apartment, and this apartment is junky, a mess, whatever word you want to use. I thought it was absolutely nasty that this is the first time I think we've seen the inside of Cedric's home. I don't give a damn if it was the girl the 20th time. And girl, your house, girl, and then the first thing Marie does and her daughter do is go in and start cleaning up. I wish the fuck I would. I walk into your house, and the first thing that me and your daughter start doing is cleaning up your shit. I wish I would. I wish I would. I wish I would. Anyways, um, he unfortunately lost his brother, and that death brought him and Marie back together. Um, he said that it took his brother's death for her to start treating him nice. Cedric, you was cheating on Marie. So was Marie an asshole because you were cheating on her? Is that why she wasn't being nice to you? Could it possibly be that you were walking around her sticking your penis in other women, and that's what made her be mean to you? Now I invited him to her birthday party. However, he said that he'll try and make it. She told him that she's dating another man. So Marie's dating two men, a man named Martin and Cedric. We'll get into Martin in a little bit. And but yeah, she told him that she has been dating a man for 8 months. So it's not like she's keeping secrets. Selena and Mike. Selena and Mike, Selena basically, oh my God, bitch. JJ's mama passed away. Yes. So Selena said that she'd been through a lot. She got into a wreck. And now I think she has back problems. And then she had a seizure. And then she said her grandkids' grandmother passed away. And so I was like, I don't think it's her mother because, no shade, but not to everybody, everybody agrees differently. But, she just kind of was just like, my kid's grandmother, unfortunately passed away. And I was like, well, I don't think it would be her grandmother. I don't think it would be her mother. Kind of the way she said it. Because if she said, she would have said something like, my mother passed away. And so I was like, it gotta be, JJ's mama. And so I went to JJ's Instagram page and I went to So Gucci. I think she passed away sometime in December of last year, 2024. So yeah. So sending love to JJ. His mother passed away. I did not know that. And then she also said she lost, I think, the dog, her son. Selena's son was unalived, and she said his dog died. I believe, yeah, I think the dog died. So there's a lot that's been going on with Selena, and then her and Mike, which is her fiance, um, they're having communication issues. Mike basically went and purchased either it was an 18-wheeler truck or some type of truck, and he didn't tell her about it. And on top of that, they're supposed to be saving for a wedding. I do believe it's a tad bit disrespectful to go like buy big purchases. Especially, like, it's one thing for a bitch to go to Ross to go buy a little shirt. I shouldn't have to tell you I went to Ross and bought a shirt for $20. Or I found a pair, I went to Macy's and bought some jeans. But once we start to get into like thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, an extra bill monthly, and on top of that, we're trying to save for a wedding. Girl, no shade to the people who out there who work in the wedding industry. I think weddings are the most dumbest thing. That's just me. Girl. It's a waste of money. Girl, go to the courthouse. Girl, I tell everybody that. When I tell you, I've been telling, ask my friends, ask my sister. I done told everybody, baby, when you get married, do not spend your money on a wedding. Girl, it's dumb. Just go to the courthouse. Girl. And so she's over here basically, also upset because um, he made this big purchase and they're supposed to be saving money for their wedding. And she was already saying that like the venue is going to be 8,000, and then you got to start. Girl, weddings can be expensive as fuck. Girl, expensive, expensive. The girls who've had weddings, they know. They'll tell you. Girl, you going girl, 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 you gotta girl, in order to have a basic wedding, baby, you gotta have a little bit. You gotta start selling fish plates on the side, barbecue plates, because baby, what weddings will girl shake your pockets. I think it's best just to save your money and have that money, to the you girl. I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of weddings. I'm not. Um. Anyways, so that's their issues, basically communication issues, and I'm not mad at Selena because again, we're supposed to be together. We can have our own checking accounts, which I think you should. We can have our own money, right? But when we start talking about these big purchases, especially when we're trying to plan a wedding, because we're gonna have to do some communication. That's not like you just went and bought a pair of tennis shoes, you know. Anyways, so Latrice and Cliff, they say Taste is doing pretty well, and they had to hire a new chef, and I guess they're changing up the menu. I don't know anything about the restaurant industry. It made the way they said it was almost like because they got a new chef, they had to change up the menu. I know sometimes a new chef, I guess, could possibly bring some new ideas and add new things to the menu, take some things away. So I guess that's what they meant. I don't know, girl. Um, but the restaurant is doing pretty okay, and then the condos are almost done. Cliff said that the condos will be done almost in 3 weeks. The problem that they're having is that Cliff has been spending the night, I guess, at one of the condos. And did y'all hear him when he said that's what I built it for? I said, right.
Not on my watch. Not on my watch.
I wish a motherfucker would tell me we're building some condos to have some extra streams of income, and then you slick say that's what I built it for. Girl, get the fuck out my face. Um, I think that could be a cute idea. You have to be a certain type of person to live above. I don't know. That's the thing. Like, I don't know if it's one of those restaurants where it's like they play loud music. I don't know if it's like a little restaurant. Not a little restaurant, but like a restaurant where they just play soft music. Some restaurants, at a certain time they do sometimes turn into like clubs. Um, I don't know. There's a restaurant here in Houston that I love. It's only 21 and up, and it's pretty much kind of like a club in a way. It's kind of like a club. So I was like, I would want to know what type of restaurant and like the music they play, the environment, because I say you have to be a special type of person to live above that. Even though residential homes are not above like businesses, is not something that's unheard of. Where they do it all the time. Where they'll build, they'll have grocery stores, um, you know, underneath, and then they'll build a big ass building at the top in its apartments. So, anyways, but yeah, I would want to know how that works out when they finish it, and who. Like, you have to be like a special person to do some shit like that, because that could either be a good thing or a bad thing. Me, if it's a lot of noise, I don't want to stay there. It would be cute to kind of like live above a restaurant. You can go down there, eat, drink, you know what I'm saying, mingle, and then just walk upstairs to your apartment. That would be so fab. But girl, like I said, girl, you got it'll be it would have to the noise level would be the thing for me, girl. Okay, because I'm getting old. Sometimes I want some peace and quiet. Okay. Carrie Paul. So she's a new girl. She's a new girl on town. In town. I like Carrie. Carrie's husband fine as hell. Let me stop looking at y'all husbands. But Carrie's husband fine. I said, oh girl, he kind of fine. Um, but Carrie, girl, why does Carrie? Girl, I don't know if it's me. Girl, why does Carrie remind me of Akeisha? Is that her cousin or her sister? I don't know why, but Carrie reminds me of Akeisha from last year. The one who gagged Carlos and quit. Hey, yes. The one who gagged Carlos and quit on live. Wasn't her name Akeisha? Yeah, she reminds me of Akeisha. Anyways, Akeisha, she has 3 restaurants. Her husband is a sports agent. She has 3 kids. They're all at Marie's birthday party. Girl, when she said that party is shabby chic, hey, I said, oh, she's a messy bitch. I like her. I think I like Carrie because Carrie came in already getting in the shit. I like a girl like that. I like a girl who she wasn't doing too much. She did just enough for me. Now, I wouldn't have been mad if Marie cussed her ass out because I don't know you like that to be in my face, but I wasn't mad that Carrie came in and got into the shit. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, they're at Marie's birthday party, which I don't know, it just wasn't giving. I mean, I guess, girl. Yeah. I saw some nothing bunk cakes, some red and black decor, some red napkins, black napkins. I was with Carrie. It's giving shabby chic. And then, baby, all of a sudden, Cedric was like one of the first ones to arrive, so he actually came to the party, even though he told, excuse me, even though he told Marie that he didn't know if he was going to make it or not. So because he didn't give her a straightforward answer, she invited Martin, which is the other man she's dating. Baby, when that man walked in, girl, this is giving storyline to me. There's no way I believe that I can't even talk, that Marie is dating that man. He's a white man, not because he's white, just because when she even greeted him at the party, she didn't kiss him on the cheek. I don't remember her kissing him or anything. She didn't kiss him on the cheek, the lips, girl. It was just like, it really gave like, girl, it gave like that could be my coworker. Like it just gave like coworker friend. It didn't give that's the man I've been dating for 8 months. And I refuse to believe that you've been dating a man for 8 months and y'all ain't got to fuck. But girl, at the bare minimum, girl, in 8 months, you have kissed somebody if you dated somebody for 8 months, especially a grown ass woman. We ain't talking about nobody in middle school. Okay, and even middle school, y'all was fucking in middle school. Okay. Y'all was fucking in middle school, got a little boyfriend, and was already fucking in middle school. So I'm not buying that Marie has been with this man for 8 months and then he comes to your birthday party and the way y'all greet each other is more like, girl, that's just my friend. Marie greeted that man like she would greet me. Marie is more friendly when she greets the girls in the group than she was with Martin. Baby, when Martin walked in and Laticia was standing beside, Leticia's so funny to me, she is. That's the part that I like about Laticia because she's funny as hell. When Martin walked in and Laticia, girl, was standing beside Cedric, I don't think they knew that Martin was coming. They've met Martin before though, but they didn't think he was coming to the party. I think they were all really shocked that he came. And he walked in and Laticia started looking like, bitch. Girl, she started touching. Yeah, bitch. When she started touching on Cedric's shoulder, like, you okay?
You good?
Yeah, I'm great.
Martin just walked in.
Bitch, I was in here hollering, girl. So Martin is from Germany. I think it's so crazy. I'm always fascinated at people who like have like live internationally and then they come to these small places. Like, how did you end up in Jackson, Mississippi, all the way from Germany? Maybe because of a job. But he has an ex-wife, and I think he said he has kids. Well, no, not an ex-wife. He's separated, so he's still technically married. Um, and then Carrie is basically all up in the business. Carrie and Laticia. Well, Laticia already knew Martin. I don't even think that Marie even met Carrie. Is her name Carrie? Yeah. I don't even think that Marie even met Carrie before Carrie basically started asking her questions about Martin. Because in the confessional, Marie was like, basically, like, girl, I don't even know you. And again, they could have met each other at the party that I probably don't remember, or they probably just didn't show it. But nonetheless, girl, Carrie was already in it. And I was like, okay. You know, I like for the girls to start working. Like, don't come on to these shows and you just be kind of sitting in the background. Like, at least say something that makes me remember you. Um, so let's talk about Amanda. I wasn't even going to talk about Amanda because, which I think I should have known that they were going to make her a part of the storyline. Because when she first came onto the show, when she first, when they first introduced her on this episode, um, look, they said that she was married to a woman, so she's bisexual basically. She's married. She was married to a woman, but the woman was community puss. Girl, basically the woman was cheating on her. And so that's what Latrice told us in the confessional, I believe. And so Amanda was sick of it. And so she left the marriage. So also Latrice and Amanda are like best friends. I think they've been friends since like high school. So they're like real good Judies. She is a hairstylist. She has her own salon, I believe, or either she's just a hairstylist. So Latrice goes over to Amanda for her weekly touch up to get her lace front, you know, starting to come up a little bit. So she goes over to Amanda to get her hair done. And then Tambra, girl, I forgot all about Tambra, girl. Tambra can be a friend of, but we're gonna be honest. I mean, it's only the first episode, but still. Um, when I remember more about the newbies than I do about the OGs, I think that could be a problem. But anyways, Tambra, she did come and get the party started, so I guess Tambra earned her. I guess Tambra all right. So Tambra stops by the salon, and basically they start talking. And Amanda goes on to say, because Tambra asked her, Tambra asked Amanda how does she feel about Latrice and Laticia pretty much like making up. And then Amanda basically said that she was cool with it. No, I'm sorry. She said that she she basically likes Marie more. Because Laticia is like Laticia likes to throw rocks and hide her hands, where Marie is more direct and in your face. So I'm like, okay, I could, I could see if that's your reasoning. Like, I like a bitch who more in your face. She ain't sneaky. What she say is what she say. She ain't no. And Laticia is sneaky, and Marie is more in your face to me. Um, but then things took a turn, and then she says that Glenn slid in her DMs. I said, oh, great. That's why she was brought onto the show. And again, I wasn't even going to mention Amanda because I was like, girl, I really don't care. I just wasn't. I wasn't. I was like, I'll talk about her when it's something picks up. But something picked up, and so she says that she entertained Glenn for a bit because he's black and ugly. She said the nigga black and ugly. He's my type. That's my type, yeah, nigga. That's my type. Hey, I'm gonna ride the dick all night. That's what she said. And so this is the problem that I have with Amanda. Amanda, it sounds like you have come onto this show already gunning for Laticia and finding a reason to dislike Tisha, when the fact is you probably just want to start some shit with Tisha due to the fact that Glendale was in your DMs. Now, on my channel, we talk a lot about side bitches and side chicks and side hoes and mistresses. And I am a big believer that the reason why side chicks and mistresses exist is because of the husbands. If the husbands didn't cheat, if the husbands didn't step out on their marriages, there would be no side chicks. There wouldn't. And I also sometimes go back and forth about who's to blame. And I feel like the onus goes onto the person who steps outside of their marriage. Now, I can also understand the argument that, well, if the other person knows that the person is married, then they are just as responsible. Okay, I can get with that somehow. In this scenario, if I were Laticia, no, not if I were Laticia. In this scenario, if Laticia was to grab a curling iron and bust Amanda upside the motherfucking head, I would 100% completely understand. How the fuck do you come onto this lady's show already saying that she's left a sour taste in your mouth? I guess due to her interactions with your friend. Cool. But then let it be known that her husband has been sliding in your DM. And then, girl, you have the pussy lips to say on TV that, yeah, I entertained him because he's my type, black and ugly.
You show is ugly.
I done did some whole trifling shit in my life. And we've talked about these stories of my whole ways plenty of times on my channel. I ain't never walked into somebody's house, a coworker, and fucked their husband and smiled in their face though. I ain't never walked onto a television show and already have a problem with the wife and then told the world, yeah, I entertained it because he my type, ugly and black. You also forgot he's in a motherfucking relationship. Like, girl, y'all don't be having, like, at least in my whole days, girl, at least in my whole days, bitch, at least, girl, I was a hoe with, girl, I was a hoe with a little bit of integrity. Y'all hoes don't have no integrity. That's why y'all be getting y'all ass whooped. Because it's shit like this. Like, I really don't understand why Amanda came onto this show the way that she. I don't want to. I almost don't even like Amanda. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. And y'all know I usually give the girls a little chance, but I don't like the way Amanda came onto this show. I don't. I don't. I don't like the way Amanda came onto this show. I think it's real grimy. I think it's hoish as fuck. And if Laticia was to whoop her ass, I would completely understand. That's not taking away any of the onus, because the onus goes on to Glendale. But girl, how dare you come onto this show? Girl, you got a problem with me. I ain't even did shit to you. Now, yeah, me and your friend probably had a little 1-2, and it could have been my fault. But girl, if you can forgive Marie, who really was fucking with your friend since season 1, episode 1, and came for her business the first season, you can damn sure forgive Laticia. Because Marie been swinging Latrice loose since season 1. But no, you come on the show already low-key fucking with Laticia about her husband. We know Glendale ain't shit. Glendale ain't gonna never be shit. Okay? And Laticia ain't gonna never leave. I'm just saying I don't like the way that Amanda has come onto this show. I don't. And she can go. She really could. Like, I just don't like. I love the mess, but when it's like almost like, girl, you really got a whole bunch of pussy lips to bring your ass onto the show, to this woman's show, and then you already have a problem with her, and then you let it be known that her husband has slid into your DMs, and then you also tell us, yeah, I entertained it. Girl, what? Bitch. Even in my ho days, I would have never got on no TV and said no shit like that. And for men, I hate to say it, but for men, it's a little bit different. We can be a hoe, sleep with married men, do all the trifling shit, and the world gonna forgive us. A woman, y'all know, it's sad to say, but for a woman, it's a tad bit different. For me, I always, if you watch my channel, y'all know I be on these niggas' asses. In this scenario, yes, I think Glendale ain't shit. I also want to know when he was trying to slide into Amanda's DMs. I think that would paint a better picture too. Was this around the time when Glendale was really out here fucking around on Laticia? Maybe he stopped. You see what I'm saying? You're going to have to give me some dates and times. Because if this was just last month, that would make a big ass difference. If this was around season 1 when he was already cheating on Laticia, it really doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Because that means, that was way, 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 way back then. If this was recent, yeah. Give me some dates and times. And I don't remember Amanda giving us dates and times. Maybe she did and I just don't remember. I don't like how Amanda I don't like Amanda did. I don't like how Amanda did what she's doing. I don't. I don't like shit like that. And I'm a messy ass motherfucker. But not that messy, girl. And y'all gonna have to start making y'all shit make more sense. You really brought your black ass onto this show and then gonna have the nerve to say, somehow it came up about looks. And then she said, I mean, you see me and you see who he's married to. Now, this is what we're not going to do. I don't think any of the women on Belle Collective are unattractive. But if we're going to be honest, Laticia is the prettiest one. And once she lose a few more pounds and get her, another round of liposuction or tummy tuck, whatever they be doing, the makeover, because she gonna be built just like Amanda. So for Amanda to be like trying to shit on Laticia like she's just the bottom of the motherfucking barrel, I didn't like that either. And then another thing, I don't like Amanda. And then another thing, get off my motherfucking screen. And then another thing, Amanda, Latrice told us how your wife wasn't shit and was cheating on you. And then you turn around and entertain a married man after what was just done to you. Amanda ain't shit. Girl, she ain't no better than Glendale if you ask me. The two probably belong together. I don't know. I don't see it for Amanda. I really don't like the way she came into this show. I don't. I think that is some nasty shit. That's some grimy, nasty shit. You really don't have a problem with Laticia. You just want to fuck her husband. That's it. And you knew he was married, but you still entertained him anyways. She could have at least said, girl, Glendale slid into my DMs. Because this is what I would have said. Glendale slid into my DMs. I didn't know who he was, but once I found out he was married, I started responding to that motherfucker. Girl, my wife just cheated on me. Why would I turn around and entertain somebody who's married? Like, if she really wanted to just sock it to Laticia, like, I don't like that bitch and her husband tried to talk to me, but I have enough respect. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's ways she could have went about it to let us know that Glendale still ain't shit and that Glendale tried to slide into her DMs, but because of what happened to her, she's not going to do that to Laticia, even though I don't like the way she treated my friend. You see what I'm saying? That's not what she said. She don't too much care for Laticia, and Glenn slid in her DMs. Okay? And she entertained Glenn because Glenn is her type, married, ugly. She say, black and ugly. But you forgot about the part where the motherfucker was married. And even if he wasn't married, he's in a relationship. And again, Glenn knows he's married, but what I'm saying is, girl, you come onto this show, though, starting shit with this lady who ain't even did shit to you. But you're trying to cover up the fact that you wanted to fuck her husband and put it on, oh, she was fucking with my friend. That's why I don't like her. When you really just want to fuck Glendale. Mm-mm. 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 I don't know if I like Amanda. I really don't. I don't like what she did. I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't like what she did, y'all. I don't. And I know I keep repeating myself, but the people who know how I am when it comes to these marriages. And I be on these niggas' asses. I even tried to give Coleslaw the benefit of the doubt until I couldn't no more. She just as dumb as a nigga she with. Girl, dumbass. But you know, I try to give the girls the benefit of the doubt because I know these niggas be lying. These niggas will lie. Oh, I ain't married or I'm separated. I'm this, I'm that. I'm single. Got a whole goddamn wife and the girl, 3 kids at the house, pregnant wife and all. But girl, like when the girls tell us what it is, like Amanda straight up told us. Yeah. He said in my DMs. He my type, black and ugly. So you knew. See, shit like that, girl, I'm telling you, if I was Laticia, baby, I'd be ready to whoop her ass. Girl. Because you coming into my shit now trying to play with my face. You coming into my shit trying to play in my face. Girl. She said she never told Latrice because she never wanted to, I guess, get in the middle of Latrice and Leticia's shit. Y'all let me know what y'all think. I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all have a good day. And are we getting Amanda off our screen? I don't want her back next season. I don't know. I be wanting to give the girls a chance, but I don't like the way I don't like the way Amanda moving. We done all did some whole shit. Not all of us. We done all did some whole shit, but bitch, I was a hoe with some integrity, bitch. I would have never did no shit. The shit that they be doing, girl. Girl fucking her husband after I went into a bitch house and smiled on her face. Hey, Portia. Girl, fucking somebody's husband. Girl, and then going on the show with the wife. Girl, y'all hoes ain't got no integrity. Y'all hoes ain't got no morals. We ain't never did no shit like that when we was hoes back in the day. Okay? We was some hoes with integrity and morals, bitch. Anyways, I'm gone. Bye, y'all.